From the classics to the contemporary, paintings and sculptures have always been a source of fascination, wonder, and speculation. But what if we told you that beneath the brushstrokes and chisel marks lies a whole world of secrets and hidden meanings? Prepare to be amazed as we uncover the hidden messages, symbols, and stories that artists have embedded into their masterpieces for centuries. Join us as we uncover 15 fascinating secrets hidden in the works of art that many others just like you have missed. Number 15. The Old Guitarist by Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso's iconic Blue Period painting, created in the early 1900s, depicts an elderly man cradling a guitar with a haunting expression on his face. This masterpiece has long been celebrated for its emotive power and stark simplicity. However, in 1998, researchers made a startling discovery that added a new layer of intrigue to the painting. Using an infrared camera, researchers found another painting featuring a woman layered underneath the man with the guitar. This revelation shed light on Picasso's creative process, as it's believed that he often reused canvases to save money during his impoverished Blue Period. The woman's presence suggests that this canvas was used before, and Picasso simply painted over it to create the iconic man with a guitar. And as time has passed and the paint has faded, the woman's face became more visible above the old man's neck. But as researchers studied the hidden painting even further, they then discovered something even more fascinating. The woman in the hidden painting was not the only hidden figure on the canvas. In fact, several other images could be seen under the surface layer of paint. Now, that indicates that Picasso had used the canvas multiple times before arriving at his final composition. A faint outline of a child could also be seen, which would suggest that the painting was a family portrait that Picasso had later painted over to create the man with a guitar. Moreover, the infrared camera also revealed some of the techniques that Picasso had used in creating his paintings. The underlying layers of paint were often applied in bold, expressive strokes, indicating that Picasso was experimenting with different techniques and styles before arriving at the final. And despite the mystery surrounding the hidden painting, it's clear that Picasso's Blue Period masterpiece remains a haunting and enduring work of art. The layers of history and hidden details only add to its power and allure, cementing its place as one of the most revered paintings of the 20th century. Number 14. The Arnolfini Portrait by Jan van Eyck. As you gaze upon Jan van Eyck's magnificent 1434 oil painting, you are immediately drawn to the striking couple in the center of the frame. The man, Giovanni, stands tall and proud in his elegant attire, while his wife, who appears to be pregnant, is draped in luxurious fabrics and jewelry. The attention to detail is astounding, and you can almost feel the embroidered fabric's weight and the jewels' gleam. But as you continue to examine the painting, you'll notice the intricate details of the room itself: the carved wooden furniture, the richly patterned carpets, and the delicate glassware. You can almost hear the rustle of the fabrics and the clinking of the glasses. However, if you scan the painting much closer, you're going to notice something curious in the mirror that's hanging on the back wall. There are two small figures standing just outside the doorway, and one of them bears a striking resemblance to the artist himself. You can almost see the twinkle in his eye as he captures the moment in his masterpiece, but the intrigue doesn't end there. Above the mirror, in ornate Latin lettering, is an inscription that reads, "Jan van Eyck was here, 1434. The letters are so delicately painted that you can almost feel the brushstrokes, as if Van Eyck is recording the moment and leaving a signature for all to see. Van Eyck's skill as an artist is apparent in every aspect of the painting, from the lifelike portrayal of the couple to the hidden details that hint at his presence. It's a masterpiece that has stood the test of time and continues to captivate viewers hundreds of years after its creation. Number 13. The Night Watch by Rembrandt. Rembrandt's Night Watch is a masterpiece of Baroque art painted in 1642, and the painting depicts two soldiers leading their troops in a military position. The painting's size is impressive, measuring over 11 feet tall and 14 feet wide, making it one of the largest paintings from the Baroque era. It features 34 figures, which include soldiers, drummers, and a young girl, creating a dramatic and dynamic scene. Rembrandt used his signature technique, which involves the strong contrast between light and shade, to create a sense of depth and drama. The technique is particularly noticeable in the faces and uniforms of the soldiers, which are highlighted with a bright light and dark shadows. However, for many years, the painting was thought to depict a nighttime scene due to its dark appearance. But in 1947, a thorough cleaning would reveal that the painting was, in fact, set in broad daylight, with the sun streaming down from the top left corner. This discovery challenged the painting's title and led to discussions about whether it should be renamed The Day Watch. But despite this mismatch, the painting continues to be one of Rembrandt's most famous and celebrated works, with its dynamic composition, rich colors, and masterful use of light and shadow. Number 12. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper is undoubtedly one of the world's most celebrated works of art. It's a painting that has captured the imagination of art lovers, conspiracy theorists, and Hollywood filmmakers alike. Da Vinci was ahead of his time, breaking the mold with an unheard-of technique in the 15th century. His genius lies within his expressive composition and innovative use of perspective, which was unheard of even then. To ensure that he had enough time to perfect this masterpiece, Da Vinci created a special tempera paint that allowed him to work at his leisure instead of being rushed to complete the painting before the plaster had dried. In Dan Brown's blockbuster hit, The Da Vinci Code, the search for the Holy Grail leads British historian Sir Lee Teabing on a quest to decode the masterpiece, The Last Supper. However, in real life, a computer technician by the name of Giovanni Maria Palla has uncovered a mind-blowing revelation about this legendary work of art. Palla claims that the painting is not just a visual masterpiece and a musical one. He also believes that hidden within the brushstrokes of this iconic painting are clues that will lead to a 40-second musical composition. Each loaf of bread on the table is said to represent a note of a requiem, and decoding this musical score may hold the key to unlocking one of history's greatest mysteries. Palla's theory adds a new layer of intrigue to an already enigmatic masterpiece. Number 11. The Creation of Adam. While most of us are familiar with the iconic image of God reaching out to touch Adam's outstretched hand, little did we know that there was more to this painting than meets the eye. Michelangelo was not only a painter, but a master of human anatomy. As a teenager, he had the eerie job of dissecting corpses from the church graveyard, a job that would inspire him to incorporate some carefully concealed illustrations of certain body parts onto the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. But what's most fascinating is the hidden human brain in the creation of Adam. Nestled within the shroud surrounding God, the folds of the fabric create an intricate anatomical illustration of this vital organ. Michelangelo's attention to detail is nothing short of breathtaking, but the meaning behind the brain is just as intriguing. According to neuroanatomy experts, Michelangelo wanted to convey a deeper message through his hidden illustration. He believed that God was breathing life into Adam and imparting the gift of human knowledge upon him. The brain, therefore, was not only a physical organ, but also a symbol of man's capacity for learning and growth. So the next time that you gaze upon the creation of Adam, let your eyes linger just a little longer on the shroud, because who knows what other secrets you may uncover within this masterpiece. Number 10. Cafe Terrace at Night. This seemingly innocuous 1888 oil painting by Vincent van Gogh depicting a charming cafe terrace in a colorful French city is actually a masterpiece of hidden symbolism and secrets. The Cafe Terrace is a real location in France where Van Gogh had lived for a time, but here's the kicker. The terrace still exists today, and you can even go and visit it. Imagine standing in the exact place where Van Gogh had drawn his inspiration for this masterpiece. Additionally, it's rumored that Van Gogh painted this piece in one single night, as the cafe's owner was willing to let him work after hours. And if you look closely, you're going to see that the stars in the sky above the terrace are arranged in the same way as they were on the night that Van Gogh painted the piece. It's almost as if he had captured the very essence of that night within his painting. In 2015, the brilliant Vincent van Gogh expert, Jared Baxter, proposed a theory that would change how everyone viewed this painting. Baxter would go on to claim that this painting is actually the artist's version of The Last Supper. But wait, because the evidence is nothing short of astonishing. In the center of the painting is a figure with long hair, evocative of none other than Jesus Christ himself, surrounded by 12 individuals, one of whom appears to be slipping into the shadows just like Judas. And if you think that's impressive, take a closer look, because small crucifixes are hidden all throughout the painting, including one that's positioned just above the central figure. It's a captivating masterpiece, and it tells a story that goes well beyond the surface. Number 9. The Prophet Zechariah. Like it's evident in his Sistine Chapel artwork, the renowned artist may have left some saucy surprises hidden in plain sight yet again for all of those with a keen eye. The Prophet Zechariah mural, for context, is a stunning mural that, at first glance, seems innocent enough, with a cherubic angel peering over the shoulder of a holy prophet as they read a book together, but if you take a closer look, you may end up noticing that the angel is actually flipping the fig. The cheeky gesture dates back to ancient times and is the predecessor of the modern-day middle finger. This subtle hint has left art historians wondering about Michelangelo's true feelings towards the Pope and how it would have reflected his courageous spirit. Rabbi Benjamin Bleck of Yeshiva University even suggested that this provocative message may have well been intentionally offensive, making Michelangelo's art even more captivating than was initially thought. But why would Michelangelo risk offending the powerful figures of his day with such a gesture? Well, some experts believe that Michelangelo was expressing his true feelings about the corrupt papal system and the oppressive rulers of his time. It was a courageous act that spoke volumes about his artistic vision and willingness to challenge authority. Number 8. Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci's 15th century masterpiece, the Mona Lisa, is where mystery and intrigue await at every turn. This iconic artwork is instantly recognizable, but there's more to this enigmatic beauty than meets the eye. With her bewitching half-smile and haunting gaze, the Mona Lisa has captured the hearts and minds of art lovers for centuries, but well beyond her famous features lie a web of secrets and hidden meanings that are waiting to be discovered by those who dare enough to look. Legend has it that the woman in the painting may actually be pregnant, as suggested by the delicate veil that's draped over her shoulders, a symbol that was commonly worn by expectant mothers during the Italian Renaissance. But that is only the beginning of the puzzle. The latest revelations are hidden within her captivating gaze. In 2011, Italian researcher Silvano Vincetti made a startling discovery: microscopic letters and numbers painted onto the Mona Lisa's eyes. The L over her right eye is considered to be a nod to the artist, signing his masterpiece in a way that only he could conceive. But the secrets do not end there. He claims to have spotted the letter S in her left eye and the number 72 discreetly tucked away under the arched bridge in the background. While the true meaning of these hidden symbols remains shrouded in mystery, the interpretations are nothing short of mesmerizing. According to Vincetti, the S may be a reference to a woman from the powerful Sforza dynasty that ruled Milan during the Renaissance, hinting that the woman in the painting might not be the Lisa that was once believed. And as for the number 72, he believes that it could have religious significance, evoking the duality of men and women and the creation of the world itself. The Mona Lisa may be centuries old, but its allure and intrigue remain as potent as ever. Number 7. Michelangelo's David. Standing at a jaw-dropping 17 feet tall, Michelangelo's David is a true marvel of craftsmanship and artistic expression. But this masterpiece is more than just a magnificent piece of marble. It holds within it a mysterious tale of hidden emotions and conflicting interpretations. Carved over a period of 3 years, this iconic statue has long captivated art lovers and historians alike. But the real mystery lies within its true expression. From a distance, David's face appears to be serene and peaceful, but upon closer inspection, it reveals quite a different story. Art historians have debated for years over the statue's true emotion, and the answer may well surprise you. Despite his calm demeanor, David's frowning brows and bulging veins would suggest that he is anything but relaxed. The question that has puzzled art historians for years is, what was Michelangelo trying to convey? Was David in a state of tranquil contemplation, or was he preparing for a momentous battle? The truth is, no one can say for sure, but that's the beauty of art. It's open to your interpretation. Perhaps Michelangelo wanted to depict the moment just before David was to confront his greatest challenge, the giant known as Goliath. Or maybe he was trying to capture the intensity of the moment and the inner turmoil of the young hero. So the next time you gaze up at this towering masterpiece, have a closer look and let your imagination run wild. Regardless of its meaning, one thing is for certain. Michelangelo's David is a work of art that transcends time and continues to captivate and inspire art lovers to this day. Number 6. Botticelli's Primavera. For centuries, millions of art lovers have been enchanted by the captivating mystery that surrounds Sandro Botticelli's masterpiece. While the specific meaning of the artwork remains a subject of heated debate amongst art scholars, one thing is certain: Primavera is an ode to spring's vibrant and lush beauty. This painting bursts with life, exuding the spirit of the season and the fertility that it brings. But that's not all. Hidden within the artwork are secret delights for horticulture enthusiasts. Botanists have painstakingly identified over 200 different species of plants that Botticelli rendered with meticulous detail. Primavera is a botanical wonderland, a feast for the eyes that transports you to a time and place where the beauty of nature is celebrated in all of its glory. In addition to the hundreds of plant species featured in the painting, several animals are also scattered all throughout, including a hare, a horse, and a peacock. Each animal is thought to have symbolic meaning, such as the peacock representing immortality and resurrection. The figures are also arranged to create a sense of movement and rhythm, while the vibrant colors and intricate details demand attention and appreciation. The figures in the painting have likewise been the subject of interpretation for centuries. The central figure of Venus has been thought to represent many things, which includes the Virgin Mary, while the dancing figures that surround her have been linked to various myths and stories. Art historians and enthusiasts alike continue to delve into the many possible meanings behind the characters depicted in Sandro Botticelli's Primavera and get lost within its enchanting world. Number 5. Madonna with Saint Giovannino. In the mesmerizing world of Italian Renaissance art, every brushstroke tells a story, and the masterpiece known as Madonna with Saint Giovannino is no different. It's been causing quite the stir within the art world for many centuries, but what has everyone talking is not the captivating beauty of the Madonna or the serene aura that surrounds her. It's the enigmatic object mysteriously floating above her head. Some would speculate that this peculiar item might be evidence of extraterrestrial life visiting our planet as early as the 15th century. UFO enthusiasts strongly believe that this painting could be a testament to an otherworldly encounter, which would beg the question, could this truly be a hidden message that the artist has embedded into his work that hints at a possible connection between humans and aliens? But wait, there's more. Others have argued that the object is not a spacecraft, but rather a divine symbol that represents the Gospel of Luke. This interpretation would suggest that the painting depicts the holy event of the shepherds witnessing the glory of the Lord as an angel descends from the heavens. But whatever your thoughts may be, one thing is certain: Madonna with Saint Giovannino is a stunning example of Italian Renaissance art that will continue to leave everyone spellbound and questioning the mysteries that exist well beyond our world. Number 4. The Ambassadors. At first glance, the painting seems like a straightforward depiction of two high-ranking figures, ambassadors or perhaps even noblemen, that are surrounded by opulence and wealth. But upon closer inspection, you'll see that nothing is quite as it seems. The distorted shape at the bottom of the painting turns out to be an anamorphic skull, a stunning example of the artist's mastery of perspective and optical illusion. This 1533 painting boasts a skull that only reveals itself when it's viewed from a certain angle. It's as if the artist wanted to challenge his viewers to a game of hide-and-seek, daring them to uncover the chilling reminder of their own mortality. One moment you're admiring the richly adorned ambassadors in the foreground, and then the next, you're confronted with a skull that seems to mock your very existence. Scholars have speculated for centuries about the significance of the skull, with some arguing that it's a memento mori, a reminder of the inevitability of death, and others would suggest that it may symbolize the conflict between science and religion. But the skull is just one of the many intriguing details that make the ambassadors so captivating. From the intricate patterns on the carpet to the meticulously rendered musical instruments and books, every element of the painting invites closer inspection and interpretation. And then there are the subtle nods to politics and power. From the coat of arms that's hidden in the background to the globe and celestial instruments that hint at the ambassador's worldly ambitions. Whether you're a seasoned art historian or just a curious novice, the ambassadors is a feast for the eyes and the mind, and a testament to the enduring power of a great work of art. Number 3. The Watching Devil. This is a discovery that remained hidden for well over 700 years. In 2011, a brilliant art historian by the name of Chiara Fergoni stumbled upon a hidden face that had been concealed within a fresco for centuries. While studying the artwork, Fergoni noticed something quite peculiar, a mysterious set of features lurking amongst the clouds. Upon closer inspection, Fergoni could clearly make out a set of eyes, a nose, and a mouth, along with some unusual-looking horns. It was as though the face had been deliberately hidden from plain sight for all of those years, just waiting to be discovered by a keen-eyed art historian like Fergoni. The artist who created the fresco was a master of his craft, and the inclusion of the hidden face shows just how innovative and creative he was. It's likely that the face was intentionally hidden, perhaps as a nod to a secret society or a hidden message, which makes this discovery even more thrilling. As Fergoni continued her research, she would uncover more details about the fresco and its history. She discovered that the artwork had been restored several times over the years, which had inadvertently concealed the hidden face even further. It's almost as if the fresco was trying to keep its secret safe, waiting for the right person to come along and uncover the mystery beneath. Number 2. Netherlandish Proverbs. Now we'll get transported back in time to a bustling Dutch street, captured in intricate detail. Upon first glance, this painting appears to be an impressive portrayal of everyday life, but in fact it is so much more. Titled Netherlandish Proverbs, it's not just a painting of a busy Dutch street, but rather is also a captivating world of hidden meanings and ancient adages just waiting to be uncovered. As you take a closer look at this stunning work of art, you'll notice a myriad of fascinating details, from a man running with his rear end ablaze, representing the feeling of being in a hurry, to a fish chomping down on another fish, symbolizing the idea that there's always a bigger one. The painting is a cleverly crafted treasure trove of proverbs. But that's not all. You should take a closer look at the man in the armor, holding a knife in his mouth. This figure represents the idea of being fully prepared for anything, ready to tackle all challenges that should come your way. And what about the man hitting his head against the brick wall? He embodies the feeling of frustration and helplessness that we all experience at times. And still, the details don't stop there. If you look carefully, you'll notice a man warming himself by the fire, representing selfishness and a disregard for others. The three figures in the back standing in a line symbolize the idea of the blind leading the blind, while the man holding a globe in his hand represents the feeling of having the entire world at your fingertips. Netherlandish Proverbs is a true masterpiece that invites everyone to explore a world of hidden meanings and ancient wisdom. Number 1. The Two-Faced Fisherman. This is a painting that has the power to both captivate and to haunt you. The artistic masterpiece is a mind-bending optical illusion that challenges everything that you thought you knew about art, and upon first glance, it appears to be a simple portrait of a fisherman who may well be lost in contemplation. But as you gaze deeper into the painting, you'll begin to notice something quite strange. The fisherman's face appears to be slightly asymmetrical, as though there's something hidden within it. And then that's when the real magic happens. With just a simple mirror trick, the painting reveals not one but two hidden images. One side of the fisherman's face transforms into a kindly-looking man who appears to be in prayer, while the other side becomes a sinister depiction of the devil, complete with horns and a fiery red complexion. But the old fisherman is more than just a trick of the eye. It's also a profound meditation on the duality of human nature, the good and the bad, the light and the dark. It reminds us that we all have the potential for both goodness and wickedness within us, and that sometimes the line between the two can be quite razor thin. Which of these hidden secrets did you find the most intriguing? Let us know your answers in the comments down below.